At the end of the day, the most important thing we want to do in the first few days is to conquer, capture as much land as possible. And what do we need to do that? Big armies. So let's start by producing some additional units. However, to do that, we first need two other things, and that is to research those units and to build their production facilities. Now, as Axis, I make infantry and armored cars on day one. And I do plan to release a more comprehensive guide on more detailed build orders for all the different doctrines, so do subscribe to not miss out on that. So of course, to build those units, we need to go to the technology tab and upgrade both of them, but nothing else. Then we go to our cities, and once again we build those two buildings in different cities, but nothing else. Now we can start building some of these units. And seriously, do not waste any resources on shit you don't need. The next thing we want to do is we go to the coalition tab, and no coalition. Learn to play the game by yourself. Next, we group our units together into stacks of around 10 units. And we don't really want to spread out random units across our borders to feel like we're role-playing and guarding the front line. That's not how this game works. We can maybe do some scouting with 1 or 2 units on key positions as well as our plane, but other than that we're going on the offensive, right? And it's just not possible to preemptively set up against every possible threat. And while you do that, we can check out our human neighbors. We want to find out who is a potential threat that needs to be monitored, who is a noob that can be ignored, and especially who is inactive and thus an easy target. And usually we can get all the information we need by looking at their profiles, troop movements, and building patterns. I would say about 1 in 3 players doesn't even play it past the first 10 minutes. So a classic example of a guy that I usually run into is somebody who has like 500 games joined, 3 coalition victories, and 30 minutes after he joined the game, he still has his plane parked on the ground, none of his units are moving, and none of his cities have any buildings in them. So this guy is almost certainly inactive, and we can conquer him just like any other AI. And then we just want to keep healing our armies while they go from province to province in between battles, so we always keep them at maximum fighting strength, so we don't lose any units and we actually save war bonds, because they keep winning the battles faster if they are at full strength. And the last thing you want to do at the start is to build some industry. And there I think is no clear rule here. I often rush industry extremely hard and get punished for it. But at the same time, some people are successful by not making much early industry at all. So you probably want to be somewhere in the middle. So like whenever you get up in the morning, you can just build a few industries. And then maybe you can aim to have like everything maxed out in rural and city VPs by something like day 10. But of course, maintaining expansion by producing high quality units and correctly playing around like technology power spikes should still have the priority. But you know, personally, I usually can't help myself. I cover all my VPs of industry. And I play very greedy. And I usually can get away with it because I am active and I know how to use units like tactical bombers and rocket artillery. And then from here on out, it's basically just about expansion, using the grouped units to expand and not lose any units, use all the money you get and put it back into industry and more units, and making sure that you're playing efficient by not having your units idle. They should never just hang around somewhere. And that's basically everything you need on day 1. Well then, good luck in your games.